Things are lame today. Oh, come on. My computer does not. Nothing wants to function today at all. Let's see if we can get on the other side. I just want YouTube. I don't even care about streaming on the computer. I just want YouTube. Just YouTube, please. Oh, ow. Wobble, wobble. Who's in here? I can't even see. Goodness. So I tried to set everything up. It didn't work. So now I can't set YouTube. I tried really hard. Okay, kind of like there goes birthday. I am, right? I kind of like the alarm. I'm holding up my phone to me. Hey, now this doesn't even want to do YouTube. I think I got fired. I can't do what anyone says on here. Oh, loading into something. Anyway, for the person that's in here. Come on. I had everything set up. See? I said Streamlabs wasn't ready. And clearly, neither was the YouTube. What is happening? Is it going to tell me I'm live? Understand. I'm going to do my own channel so I can actually see the chat. That was kind of my definitely going live right now. Does it? Am I able to see myself live? I promise you this is not what this is all about today. I'm just trying to figure out my life here. It's a conundrum. So this will probably be shorter because I can't see everybody's messages. I can't even see myself. Oh, here we are. Here I am. I found me. Okay. So now that I'm here, with myself. Now I just need the chat to load up, and then I'll be really good. And that'll happen anytime. So, fitness for a crisis. When I woke up this morning and saw the news about Texas and those poor babies, I was really sad. And it makes you think. I know for myself, when I got into fitness, a lot of it was, oh, hey, oh, I see you guys now. Oh, look at, oh, now I see me. Oh, okay. Now I really, okay, there we are. Wilson's here, Beetle's here. Hi, guys. Okay, oh, you left? Oh, thanks, guys. Look at MJOR status right now. Breaking news. Okay, so kind of what I was trying to get to with this live was being fit for a crisis. So this flood, right? I know I saw Wilson say a million times in there, you can't swim that, and I totally agree. That will take you out and under. And it happened in the middle of the night, so most people are sleeping. But for those that did survive and are not physically fit, it brings the question from my field. So I feel for these people, and it's terrible. But I think of all the things that could be better and how we can improve on it, and a lot of that is with health. So if the people that survived were not overweight, and not to say again that they could swim across that river, but they could help carry kids out, or they could cross things that maybe they couldn't because they were overweight or have a bad knee, or Mo, hi, or gosh, how does JLR do this? My arm is tired. Let me sit back. Oh, that's a bad view. That's like that bad nose view. So just think of all the people that could have. I can't hold this. Hopefully you can still hear me. Think of all the people, and I talk a lot with my hands, that could have helped somebody and gotten help sooner, or maybe held on to somebody longer, or even with the flood aside, think about a car accident. How many people need strength to lift a car off of somebody, or to pull someone out of a car? I always think of that. Or like if I got in a car accident and my kids were in the car, and let's say I was paralyzed from like the waist down, can my upper body reach and grab my kids and push them out a window, even though my lower extremities are shot? So Mo, you might have some ideas of some situations where if someone was stronger or healthier, that they would be in a different position in whatever scary situation they're in. They would be better off, right? I think that's surviving that carries to too. So it's all that. Yeah. How to break a window in water. That's really hard to do. But things like that, I mean, exactly. So let's say you're that girl that was missing, that she ran her car into the water and we all thought someone killed her. What if she was able to break that window. Now I think she was like, what, 100 pounds or something. She was really little. Which again makes it harder. She doesn't have the strength there. So I'm not blaming anybody for not surviving, I guess, or not being able to help somebody else, but I think it should spark the question of, as all of this crazy stuff happens more and more and more and more and more, what can we do to set ourselves up for the best possible scenario, right? Again, not swimming across a giant river, although I wish I could for some of those kids. But, what if you were able to, I don't know, toss a kid across the river, onto safety, which is probably not realistic. But mental stability and resilience is also another thing. Strength, but mental, right? Okay, mental strength a lot of times comes with that physical strength. A lot of people that have, now I'm not saying that people that are physically fit aren't crazy or have mental issues, a lot do, but a lot of that mental endurance that you need to have, I think, comes along with somebody that's able to have that discipline in their life as far as health goes. Now, your body is not always indicative of health either. So you can be skinny and not healthy. You can be in shape and not healthy. There's a lot of bodybuilders that are not healthy, and don't know how to use their muscles for actual strength. But I think there's, like I said, something to be said about when these things happen, an earthquake. Can I physically carry my kids out to safety? Or am I going to get winded going up the stairs? I think someone that does that. Or, like if I can't even pick up a planted pot to move it to my next location, how am I supposed to carry my child? There is an element of adrenaline that comes into play, which is really cool. Like that can give you kind of some superhuman strength. But I don't want to just rely on hopefully I have that when a disaster strikes. I want to be fully armored with every possible thing I can do to save myself and my kids if something happens. So this flood reminded me actually of when we had the Thomas fire. So luckily with the Thomas fire, we had a little bit of a warning. It wasn't like this light drizzle rain that turned into a flash flood. It was, we knew the fire was down in Santa Paula, Fillmore, wherever it started. And we just assumed it wouldn't get to us. And if it did, it would take, until the next day because it started late that night kind of. And it literally spread in 30 minutes to an hour. And I was rushing things out the door, carrying all of our kids, our dogs, trying to get everybody to safety. But imagine if I was twice my size and wasn't able to carry my kid, you know what I mean? Like things like that. And then right after that fire, we had a ton of rain, and then there was that deadly mudslide in Santa Barbara. And a lot of people died there. Now, that was in the middle of the night. What can you do when you're sleeping, right? Whether you're fit or not fit, what do you do? But for those that survive or able to, like, you're missing the boat in a lot of ways when you let yourself not. I can't find the words to say I'm so tired. I had 2 kids in my bed last night. Oh, look it. There's baby food. Yeah. It's been a day. And then not only that, am I muffled? I'm muffled because I'm on my phone. Streamlabs didn't like me today. So I'll try to talk louder. But yeah, that's baby food. And those are my babies. You guys have seen that picture, though, I think. Hey, Chris. Yeah. So, this, anyway, these things, like, okay, the shootings. Let's say you're at a club or at a dinner party, or who knows now. Let's just say you're somewhere and someone starts shooting. Can you run? Can you take your kid? I always bring it back to my kids because that's always what I think about. And I have 4 of them. So can I carry all 4 and take them where I need to take them? Get them where I need to get them? That's all. If you're in a flood, can you lift your kid up to the helicopter? I mean, hopefully they'll come closer to you. But, you want to think of things like that. Can you hold on to somebody? For how long can you hold on to somebody? That's when you're in a tree, in a flood. I want to know I have the grip strength of a gorilla at that point. I want like gorilla glue hands if I'm holding on to my kid and they might be floating down a river. So it's not to say like being fit is going to save you, but it's a tool we're leaving out and we're not even thinking about until it's too late. And then we just think it is what it is when it really could have been better. We could have saved more people. I always think of this clip I saw of like a Domino's guy, and he ran into a fire, like a house, and saved a bunch of kids. He was just delivering pizza. Luckily, he was fit enough to go do that, and able to go run up these stairs or go find these kids and not like huff and puff and die doing that. What other things can you guys think of? Car accidents, house fires, floods, right? I mean, it's not just about waking up each day. I mean, it kind of is. We're lucky we get to wake up each day. That's surviving. That's something I think I don't know if V's in here, but V takes her kid to the gym with her every day. Stopping a Coburger. Oh, dude, can you imagine? And he's so skinny. Dude, we could totally stop Brian Coburger with like just the flinch of my calves, honestly. He's so little. I really want to know how he did that. That's some weird, angry strength there. And that's the other thing. So you have people, let's say you're walking with your kids down the street. Oh, here's another example. So right over here, right by my house, this kid, 18 years old, he's outside, 3:30 in the afternoon. A homeless guy goes up to me. We don't have homeless people around my neighborhood very often. It's not a problem here, okay? But there's this little barranca that's nearby, and I guess that's where this guy lives or where he hangs out. And so this kid, who's the next street over from me, he's outside, and the homeless guy comes up to him and asks him for help. Oh, I'll post this on my Instagram or in Discord. Gosh, that's gonna bug me. But the homeless guy asked him for help. Kid walks up, says, yeah, which I would never let my kids do, by the way. But the guy stabs him in the face, like this. He has a scar all like that, right here. That's where I walk my kids. We do that trail all the time. Josh, Mr. Mustard, he does daddy walks with the girls and the boys all along that trail. Dude, he took a screwdriver with him the other night because this guy still hasn't been found. So he took a screwdriver with him. I'm like, no, you take a gun to a knife fight. I don't take a knife or a screwdriver to a knife fight. I take a gun to a knife fight. And I have my CCW, so that's legal. But yeah, I would shoot that guy. I wouldn't want to get anywhere near arm's length. I wouldn't even want to try to trust my strength with my babies. I'm a guy that's going to try to stab faces. But if I had to, if this guy jumped out at me and tried to attack me, Lord knows I would want to be as like strong and buff as I possibly could, And then again, you have mama bear adrenaline strength that's going to come into play, but I want to be as physically prepared as I can to kick that guy's butt or a co-burger. You want to be ready. If you just went to bed at 12 o'clock in the morning and a co-burger comes in at 2, you're going to be like in that deep sleep. You're not going to be ready. But if you went to bed on time, and you were probably about to start waking up, right, at 2 or 3 anyway, you're on your game. You're ready to go. No, but seriously, if you have someone jumping on you in the middle of the night trying to stab you and you're already bleeding, you need as much strength as you can get. You don't want to be a fillet of fish, right, on the bed. Think of Shabusiness, Taylor Shabusiness. She's like my favorite true crime kid. She was clearly stronger than him. Now, granted, she was choking him, but she was clearly stronger than him. I think he was like a tiny, skinny soy boy type. I can't remember. What about other situations? First date. What about that girl that went on that first date with that guy? It was like, what, in Minnesota? I bet you she wishes she went to the gym for a minute. Maybe. I don't know. I know I would. She probably had to fight him off. It was like a few minutes within going to his house that she was killed. And when you're least expecting it to, we should be teaching our kids awareness. Be aware of your role. One, don't go to a guy's house on the first date. That's probably a good rule. Just a guess. Second one would be, to be healthy. I feel like now I'm just sounding like I'm repeating myself. But it just brought it, I don't know. When I saw that, I thought of when I saw the flood, I thought of all the campsite people that have, I think one camp had 75 or 750 kids. Wilson would know. What was it, 750 kids? Let me know. I think it was like 750 kids in one camp. So you probably have a ratio of 1 kid to every, 10 kids to every staffer, maybe? I don't know what the rules are out there. Yeah, 750. So you have 75 staff members, probably, maybe 100. So each staff member would then need to be able to help 5, 10, how many kids? And that's if every single staffer survived or was capable of carrying or helping these kids. How many? I would want, if I'm sending my kids to a camp, I want to know that I've got, some strong, capable staffers out there that if something goes wrong, they can grab my kid. My girls, you can't really see that, but Bailey is huge. Her shoe is the size, it's my size. I have to hide my So, I want to know at 9, can someone pick her up, her strong little body? What if she's lifeless? Heaven forbid. Shit. Crap. What if I wouldn't want her left there? Oh, crud. Oh my gosh, it's like only my second life. I would want to know that think of your babysitter. You're out to eat with your hubby and someone tries to break in and they need to pick them up or take them out, or fight off somebody.
I want to know whoever's watching over my kids is capable of watching over my kids. If anything should happen. So for me, it hits a hard spot when I see not that people weren't fit. It's not it. It's to see that so many more kids could have been saved, possibly, if we just cared a little bit more about our own temples, our own bodies. Because it's not something you can just pick. You can't just pick up health like a gun when you're walking, to go fight off a homeless guy. I can choose whether I pick that gun up or not. I can't choose each day. I mean, I do choose each day to be healthy, but I can't choose to pick it up and put it down. I have to choose it every day just to have it, right? So your choice to be strong for your kids, to be capable to take care of them, to be capable to protect them, to protect the kids that come over for a sleepover with your kids. Like when Bailey had her birthday party here, dude, I had girls. I was going to go nuts. But my head's on a swivel. I am all up. I am helicopter mom, because now they're under my care. Those parents entrusted those babies with me, so I need to make sure they're safe, and that if anything should happen, that's I'm in the middle. I'm that barrier between danger and those babies. It's like that. That's how I knew that guy, the tracker, I think it's Tracker, that killed his kids. I knew from the beginning that he wasn't ambushed, because if he cared at all about those kids, or didn't do it, not to say he didn't care, okay, he didn't care about him. In his head, he might have cared about him, but you don't kill someone you care about. So I didn't think that it was not him because he was not on those babies. Right? If there was danger, I'm between danger and my babies. I want to take whatever I can to protect them. I want to take all that pain away. I want to be the one that gets the bullet. I want to be the one that gets the stab wounds. Whatever it is, I don't want them to have any of that. So, and I think that's what every parent feels like, So, you have to prepare for that. You have to do that today to have that capability tomorrow. So we need to put fitness more on the forefront, health more on the forefront. And I think we're starting to do that now in America. We're starting to eat better. And that doesn't mean you have to eat perfectly and eat chicken and rice and broccoli, but it's important to know how to be capable and healthy and still enjoy life, which is what I love to teach my clients all the time, like Mark and Chris. I realize it's impossible to really be masculine without capable strength. Yes. It is, I believe, a reason why God gave men natural testosterone. That is what you were built for, is to protect. For sure. Chicken and spinach, I know. So that's close to prep, but that's when I'm weak. No, a man needs to eat, a man needs to eat food, fuel. He needs to be ready. Yeah. Mark, you've put on a lot of size. You have. Since we started doing the coaching, you put on a lot of size. But we got a lot more to do, so I'm excited. But yes, it filters into, being a good husband. I think every female wants to know that their man can protect them. They don't want a soy boy. I don't know many that do, although I see the people that love some of these soy boy looks, and it's just, I don't understand it. But then it comes time to protect you, and they can't, because they got nothing. They don't know how. The only thing they know how to do is look at their phone. They weren't taught how to, any of those manly characteristics, in my opinion, nowadays. They're all whiners. Just kidding. Not true. But kind of. What else? Beetle, what do you eat? Do you eat burgers? So this is a really sucky setup, by the way. Sorry. I had the microphone. I got it adjusted, thanks to Mark. But, I do think Coburger was soy. For sure. For sure. And you can tell kind of what a person eats by what they look like. Or what they do on a consistent basis by what they look like. Yes, there's some, issues with hormones and stuff. I know I had to run out, Mark. I was trying to get back here to set this up and get it all ready, and then it took me a half an hour just to get the internet to function with my stream. And it still didn't even really do it. So I'm going to have to probably just do this at the gym until I get the internet figured out here. Soy with a dash of psycho, dude. So psycho. But do we think he did it all alone? Because that's the other thing. Soy boy killing 4? Raw fish. Yeah. I was hustling. Avocado, chicken, rice, and that's good. But get some variety, Beetle. Get the variety so you have all those different cofactors in there. What about beef? Do you like beef? Like ground beef? That's really easy to cook super fast. I should do a stream of the cooking that we do so you guys can see how I cook it and how I prep. But do we really think Coburger, it was just him? Or do we think he's taking the brunt of it? Oh, steak. Yes. Yeah? Yes. Oh, that's right. There's a lag. So your yes isn't. I'm going to get better at it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So cooking, yes. Yes. I will do a live with cooking. I'll show you how I cook my ahi. I use 28 seconds. Okay. I use frozen fillets, frozen ahi fillets, frozen tilapia. You got to think, I've got kids that eat the pantry out of its food every day, pretty much. So I have to have food do a bachelor version. Oh, of food? Bachelors can eat ahi, right? I'll show you. I am so simple when I cook. I put cinnamon on everything, just like I said in that grocery store video. I put cinnamon on everything. Natural thermogenic. It's like a fat loss powder, kind of. I mean, it's not a miracle powder, but if you want something that's going to naturally boost your metabolism, cinnamon. Steak. Oh, I should have Josh show you how he cooks steak. So Josh, Mr. Mustard, he was a chef. Yeah. He was a chef, a sushi chef for quite a few years. Red Robin. Yeah, that's not on your meal plan, Mark. And you didn't tell me. We didn't game plan your menu beforehand, sir. So usually with my clients, when they go out to eat, they're supposed to tell me beforehand so I can look at the menu and tell them, okay, order this, 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 and this, and you'll stay on track. And shots of olive. Okay, the fetish, we got to know. We have to know, Mark, what is the fetish? And is it just any olive oil, or do you like a connoisseur of oil? They can wrap his burger. I need Mark to eat. Mark does not eat. Or not the right way, at least. We'll talk. I won't dish all your dirt. I won't do that. I won't have any followers. Or at least none of my people will. Oh, straight from Napa. Talk? Okay. No, I'm not. No. If it comes, yeah. But I'm glad you're back on point, Mark. That's the big thing. That is the big thing. But we need you to eat. And steak would be a good thing. Josh is the best steak cooker ever. He does this grilled onion with mushrooms and chopped up garlic, and he does the thing where it does the flames and stuff. Oh, it's so, but I don't know if that helps with flavor. I think so. I never used to cook. I would bake, which means all dessert. I never knew how to cook. I don't know seasonings from anything. I like taste. It's called flavor. I like flavor too. But you don't need, so I used to think you needed all these different seasonings, and you really don't. Salt, pink salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, garlic powder. That's pretty much all I use. Sometimes, you don't want me making flames in my kitchen. No. Uh-oh. Dude, you should see when Josh gets like, and he'll hold the baby sometimes while he's doing it. I'm like, yeah. But he used to do sushi, so he'll make sushi at home, which is really nice. I can have him show you guys how to do that. But steak is I think is his best dish. But I'll show you how I do my ahi, my tilapia, my chicken, my rice, my sweet potatoes. I do salads. What else do I eat? Oatmeal, my egg whites in the morning. I usually drink them. Does anybody drink their egg whites? Or am I the only one? I know Mark does. He did a video and almost gagged. Mark, next time you go to Red Robin, take with you some egg whites. Yeah. Ew. What do you mean, ew? It's not ew with shivers. Yes. It's not ew. It's really not ew. So the Bible actually says that, sorry, I'm looking at the chat over here, that it's tasteless. And it's really true. I promise you. When Josh used to show me that he would drink egg whites, I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever. And then I had to do it one day to get my protein in for a show. I tried it. It's not. You don't taste anything. And really the consistency, it's not like what you think. But you have to get the carton ones and not the ones that have, like, try to make it look like egg. Where it's like yellow and orange. Don't do that. Ugh. Just do regular egg whites and do it right out of the fridge. Yeah. No yolk. No yolk. No yolk. It's not slimy at all. I promise you. So the texture is more like milk. And what's really cool about it, so my clients need to go like this. I don't measure my egg whites. I either do it in gulps or the size of my mug because I'm lazy. So 1 yolk equals 1 serving of fat. No, it doesn't equal 1 serving of fat. It depends on the person, Mark. Everyone has their own meal plan. Everyone is different. So everybody gets their own amount of fat each meal. So some people get more than 1 yolk if they decided to have the yolk. But if you drink it right out of the fridge where it's super cold, it's not bad at all. And if you wait, the longer you wait, just like milk, it gets warmer and gets grosser. So definitely drink it as soon as you pull it out of the fridge. So like pull and chug. And I will usually do 5 or 6 chugs. And then that's my carton of egg whites, obviously. And I'll go through like a carton, these ones, like the half size, about every, like 1 a day, maybe 2 days. So, and that's if I do 2 meals in a day. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Natalie. I know. I got it. I had to do a whole new live. It's Streamlabs is well, so it's not so much Streamlabs as it is my internet, I think. So I went ahead and upgraded my internet already, and they're sending me something, I guess, but we'll see if that makes it better for here. But so in the future, I am just going to stream at the gym. I thought maybe I could do some like fun ones with like some mustard colored stuff and be like mustard at home, and it could be really nice and cozy, and then it just didn't work. So yeah, I thought we could do it too. Meanwhile, my dinner tonight, I don't know if I can click on that with my phone. I'm gonna wait so I don't mess anything up. They're always out of cartons at Vaughn's. Oh, could I mix protein powder and eggs? Yes. That might be an interest. I've never done that before because I don't like to wait around. So you're going to want to chug that. And with protein drinks, I tend to drink like half and then finish the last half over the next like 10 minutes. I wouldn't do that with egg whites. Like I said, it's like milk. The moment it gets out of the fridge, it's blah, blah. So it's like pull and chug. It's not a pull, sit, and sip. It's a pull and chug. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend waiting. So unless you're going to chug it with the protein. Now, here's the other thing. How much protein are you really trying to get in? Because that's a lot. You don't need much to get what the serving size that you need of egg whites. That's the cool thing. It's super protein packed. Cookies and cream eggs. Oh, bleh. Ugh. Mm. But see, I don't like very like sweet flavored proteins. And that's why, Carly, I was asking you what flavor, I don't know if Carly's here, but I was asking you what flavor protein you like. I'm going to be sending you some protein. And if you like really sweet, a lot of people do. I wanted to make sure I sent you one that you liked. Otherwise, I was going to send you the one that I like. I think it will help you. I saw a bag of mustard Doritos at the store. The funny thing is I really hated mustard growing up. So I don't like Natalie. That's bad. I don't, two thoughts combined and crash in my head. There was a car accident right there. I didn't like mustard. I really don't like mustard on anything except for my burgers and my sandwiches now, and my prepped food when I'm prepping for a show. Otherwise, when I'm not prepping for a show, I don't use a ton of mustard. Yeah. So, mustard Doritos sounds horrific. Although if anybody sees the mustard, I would love to buy some. Arnold's book says eat cheese. Yeah, when you look like Arnold, you can eat cheese. We just have to get there. I'm honestly, it's for you, we were trying to lose body fat percentage while we build muscle, which is really, really, really hard to do. So I have to whittle your waistline while I'm making your body want to grow. And without giving you a ton of food, that food that I do give you has to be very specific. It can't be inflammatory to your gut wall. Otherwise, you're just going to look really bloated and holding water. So we can add cheese. But let's add muscle first while we stay lean. Unless you want to get a little chunky. In that case, we can add cheese. And cheese is great. Cheese is great. Oh, look at Carly. Look at my coffee exploded in the microwave. But it's my favorite cup. Told ya. This is my phone. Because Streamlabs. Streamlabs. Bulk then trim. Okay. If it's bulk then trim, add the cheese. Add it. Go for it. Oh, good. Yay. It is so hard to build muscle in a cut. It is. But it's doable. It takes time. And it's really hard when you're already skinny. Like, so all these soy boys that now are going to be like, oh, I got to get muscular to protect my girl. and whatever else happens, they all get smart and start lifting, it's going to be hard for them. Yeah. Right? I mean, Mark, you know, and you had to really invest for us to get to this point. It's not cheap for you to get to do this in, you know, a short amount of time. But it sucks because you don't want to waste any more time either, right? And that's what a lot of people do when they try to do it on their own, is they just waste a ton of time. And it's already hard enough to build muscle, especially the older we get. Adding at least 6 months with you, Lynn. Yeah, we've got till December to build, so that's fine with me. If you want to go all the way through to December and just build, and then cut in January and cut for summer, if that's what you're saying. Carly is here. See, Carly? You're done in November. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Maybe I don't see what you're saying. I'm done in November plus 6 months. Plus 6 months after November? If you're saying that you want to bulk till November and then cut, I think that's a good idea. If you're saying bulk and then cut until November, that's not a good idea. There you go. That's a good idea. Yeah. Add 6 months. That's a good idea. Okay, good. Yeah. So we'll bulk till November. Yeah. And then that'll actually be perfect because I won't put too much fat on you, but enough where you can enjoy yourself. The thing is going to be showing up to the gym. Swiss cheddar. Oh, sounds so good. You have to go to the gym. No more slacking. First thing in the morning if you have to, but I don't want to hear any. Look at you guys are all going to see me be mustard mama to a client. No more. I don't want to see any more missed workouts. I get to reduce cardio now, but you can't miss those workouts if you want to build. If I'm going to feed you more, you gotta put it to work, or you're just going to get fat. So, and I don't want that for you. So at least 5 to 6. Yes, sir. You don't know the beetle. That's what I help everybody with. That was me. 15 years ago, that was me. I could walk into a gym and go, where's the treadmill? Because that's all I knew. And machines are a benefit. You don't want to neglect using machines. Machines are a benefit. So especially for growing and putting on muscle so that you are strong enough to do all these things in these life events that we're talking about, like to actually be applicable. I use machines a lot for my clients, usually about the time that I need them to push in weight, because the machines are going to help guide your form. Generally speaking, they're not going to hold your hands and your arms for you, but they're going to generally guide the direction of the weight. Okay. Whereas free weight, dumbbells, barbells, plates, whatever, your body has to use your stabilizing muscles to make sure that form is in the right direction, generally speaking. Now with the machines, I can have someone lift a little bit heavier than they would have outside if they had used free weight. And usually I will slow their tempo down even more because I want them to really go heavy. That's a benefit of machines. Another benefit of machines is if you're injured, if you're testing out a new weight, you've never done an exercise before, if you've done a ton of free weight exercises for that muscle group, just to kind of stimulate the muscle in a different way. But I would definitely suggest learning the machines and incorporating them into your lifting routine if you do have one. And if you don't, then I would suggest just getting a lifting routine going. Screw the machines, just start somewhere. Carly, it's probably choppy because of my internet. It's probably a me problem. It's probably not a you problem. That's why I'm on my phone. I'm very amateur at the moment. But I have this really cool microphone. See? That I don't use right now. It's very nice. It's pretty. It's not used. Hopefully we'll get the internet functioning. Oh, but it kind of looks like I'm doing something, right? Fake it till you make it. Carly, or get lifting and learn learn the machines. Cool thing about the machines is they usually have those little diagrams, or you can YouTube it, right? You can YouTube the exercise. There's machines though. I use machines differently. So if you think about so for a guy, this would actually probably really resonate with you. Think of the mechanics. What is it trying to do? If it was a machine, okay, it is a machine, but if you were a machine on a machine, what are you trying to do with that machine? Like, so for example, when I'm on it, oh, my battery is going to die soon. When I'm on a hamstring curl machine, so that's where you're seated in a chair and you are curling you're tucking your ankles basically into your butt, right? So you have your ankles on the top of a pad and you're closing your legs in like this. A lot of people will end up lifting their legs off the pad and pressing up against the pad that's at the top, holding their thighs down, and they're gripping so hard onto the machine. It bugs me. Can you tell it bugs me? It bugs me a lot. Because if you just relaxed and stopped doing this and stop pressing your legs up against this, and then just think about what you're trying to do. Okay, so you're trying to bring your ankles into your butt. Okay, so you're going to go and just kind of fold over like, okay, it's going to bug me. Kids. Okay. But you're folding over the seat like this. And so to do that, you have to keep your legs on the machine that you're sitting on. And so I should do a video of this too. In fact, I was thinking when I go to work out, I should go live even though it's at 2 a.m. And people can just watch it later, right? And show you the different forms and ways that people will do things wrong, even though it looks like it's right, because they're using other muscles to lift the weight. So for example, on a glute kickback, you'll see a lot of people press against the jungle gym or whatever just to push the weight back. So they're pushing this way. So opposing resistance, basically. But yeah, I think I should take you guys on a field trip for a workout, because every exercise, I swear I could pinpoint 100 different things that people do wrong, and they could take the weight load way, way, way far down and get way better results if they just focused on the one muscle they're trying to lift and not lifting heavy. So quality over quantity. That heaviness will come, but to stop trying to use cheat codes basically to get there, because you're using other muscles. You're cheating. It's not actually lifting that weight. And it took a while for me to learn that, because I wasn't seeing the results I wanted in the gym. I wasn't changing my shape, and that bugged me because I was in there all the time. And so I was like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? And I just kind of assessed each exercise that I did, and I noticed all the different variations that I would either push and dig into the ground too much, or I wouldn't even have, I'm kind of bow-legged, like a knee knocker, I guess. I mean, that's like sex, right? I don't know. But like my knees kind of bow in, and when I stand because of babies and holding them on my hip, I kind of stick my pelvis like this. And so my knees go in, and it's really weird. So I've had to really adjust just my stance so that my glutes can actually develop, because now there's my pelvis is just so stuck this way that I'm like forcing my body to build an inverted booty, and that's not what I want. So everything form is really key. And I should take you guys through a show for that. That would be fun. Think form is your big issue, probably, especially if you don't feel it in the muscle that you're trying to train. Huge reason why is usually form or tempo or bouncing. Tempo, slow it down. Close your eyes. I think it's like 80% of your information is visual. So when you close your eyes, you are forcing those neurotransmitters to use other things, other senses, like your muscles. And they go to your muscles faster, and it makes it harder, and you didn't even have to change the weight load. So I always tell people, close your eyes. Think and visualize that muscle, what it's supposed to do when it's contracting, how it's fully opening up when you're expanding your muscle, the eccentric portion of the movement, the negative. When you're going down on a squat, or your leg is coming up on a hamstring curl, or your bicep is going down on a bicep curl, or tricep is going back, right? So the muscle is stretching. That's your eccentric portion. Make sure you go slow on that part. Really connect with the muscle. Don't let it fling around. Check and see, are your knee, like if you're doing a squat or a kickback, are your knees straight? Are they moving left to right as you're doing the exercise? The chaos theory I was talking about before with Ken Ware. So he goes so slow that the stimulus doesn't match up with the weight load, and you can see where that mind-muscle connection is weak. I gotta play that video for you guys. Oh, it's so cool. But you see these tremors. The body just is creating that new pathway. It's correcting it by going that slow, and sometimes by closing their eyes. But that's a sign that there's a weakness in the mind-muscle connection, and so it's creating that new pathway because you're forcing it to, without having a huge weight load that would force the body to want to go the stronger route. So you're going to strengthen that weaker portion. I don't think I explained that right, but anyway, I think you get what I mean. But yeah, he's making like paraplegics run Ironmans. It's kind of amazing. But all with mind-muscle connection. And then, so tempo, momentum, are you bouncing at the bottom of your movement? So for a chest press, I get on Mr. Mustard all the time for bouncing at the bottom instead of pausing it. Usually that bottom part is the weaker part of a muscle. And you got to think too. So let's say he's in a car accident and he has to go grab Bailey, who's like 100 million pounds now, and lift her up and over and then up through the sunroof because she's, passed out. So she's dead weight. That would be even worse, right? Like dead weight's way worse. And so now he's got to lift her from here, from a complete dead stop. Let's say he's trapped in the driver's seat. And, well, if he's so used to doing a chest press with momentum and speed in like the perfect environment, it's not going to benefit as much as it could if he learned to just stop and pause at the bottom and then press up. So just something, not to say that you're not building muscle, but you can build a lot more muscle a lot faster by perfecting the form before you move up in weight. So for me, I always think of it like a video game without cheat codes. I don't go up in weight until I know I've got all those metrics like marked off. Okay, am I able to do this weight without bouncing at the bottom? Am I able to do this weight with the right tempo and the right form. And if not, I perfect all of those things before I move up in weight, because then you're just asking to get injured. Your body is going to create a pathway that is not the normal pathway, and it's going to build and build and build. And that's where you see a lot of people have, like, I have sarcopenia. God, scoliosis. I mean, I do. Everyone eventually will have sarcopenia, because we all don't. Build muscle is easy. But scoliosis. I should show you guys my x-ray. Like, it's like, I look like I've got like a snake on my back. Right? And so it's really important for me to make sure that my form and like the direction of my knees and everything else is in line, so I'm not making that worse. Right? But same thing with, like, you have a stronger side, right? Your right leg might be stronger than your left leg, or other imbalances. You want to fix those, because when you do something like, let's say, a squat, that stronger side is going to compensate for the weaker side. And then eventually you're going to create issues all the way up your spine, your back, your neck. People wonder why they're so tense in certain areas. And that's because you're bottlenecked in certain spots from your body just trying to lift the weight up. So don't put excess stressors on the muscle when you're using other muscles or other elements to get the weight up. You're not really lifting that weight. Right? So I always try to just check those things. Check my tempo. Can I do this at the right tempo? Am I pausing at the bottom? Even if it's for just a half a second. So you take away that bounce. Am I doing full range of motion, or as much range of motion as physically possible? Some people have injuries that you're just not capable, but am I going as far as I can in this range of motion that I have? Am I bouncing at the bottom? Just all this for a chest press or a shoulder press. Shoulder press especially. Oh my gosh, I see this all the time in the gym. People are like, have their arms out. I'm not horizontal, so it sucks. But people have their arms out, and you'll see it caves in, right? Even just the slightest. Because what do you think the body's trying to use? Your stronger, bigger muscle, your chest. So let's say I've got a concrete brick on my chest or something, and I have to swing my kid. So I always try to think of things when I think that's why I always try to think I'm kidnapped when I'm working out, because, what if you're kidnapped and you're, tied up? Or I don't want to think of a car accident, but because it's usually all upper body and I train all lower body. So I'm not going to be lifting kids with my lower body. I mean, I will if I have to. But you want to think of things like that when you're doing the workout, is what you're really strengthening and why. I hope that makes sense. That sounds kind of, yeah. I'm not used to just talking to myself. I mean, I'm not talking to myself. I have you, the best chat in the world. But, yeah. Yeah. Form is key before you up that weight. So Mark, for you, even as we add food, don't try to load the weight too much. Get that form right first. Form, tempo, set ranges. We should go over that in another video too, is like the reasons why. Left side. Yeah. Okay. So especially with kids, Carly. Yeah. I always carry the kids on my left side. Never on my right for side. Hardly ever. It's always on my left side because I'm doing stuff with my right. Right? So they have very different, strengths. My left is stronger than my right because my right's the nice little, it does the little dainty stuff. It does the drinking of the coffee. It does the typing, the texting. It's the, this one's the, right? So what do you guys know what you do when you have an imbalance? Do you train the same weight on both? What do you think I'm going to say? Or do you lower the weight on one? No? Yes? So for me, I go in the middle because I think it's all person specific and muscle specific. If it's a big muscle, I go in the middle. I really try to bring up that other side, but I don't try to let that other side lag too much because you got to think we're not power lifters. We're not going to a meet and going, okay, my left side can lift 150 pounds and my right side can only lift this much. I'm going to have to charge my phone. Okay, I might have to do that soon. Well, I should probably do that now. Hold on. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Ugh. Now it's not going to stand up on its own because it's on a little wire. Oh no. I'm going to have to JLR it. Ah! I don't think I can go horizontal either. All right. Be smarter than the phone. Be smarter than the phone. Oh, maybe I use my mouse. Oh! Did I use my mouse? I could be crooked. I hope I'm not giving anyone vertigo. This reminds me of that cameraman that was going all over the place. It's like, stop it. Okay. Oh, and now this moved. Ooh. Okay. You can't really lower the weight. Well, okay, so I would ask yourself the goal. If it's to bring a body part that's lagging up to speed with another physically in a visual difference, go lower. Because eventually they'll meet like this. This is my opinion, okay? If it's a body part that you need to challenge more, I would go up, higher. So for me with glutes, I know I have a weaker side, but I know it's not an injury weakness. So I'm going to challenge it a little more than maybe I would have and go up a little bit and keep it so it's like in the middle ground. But I wouldn't try to bring that weak side all the way up to my right side's capability because then I'll get injured. So I'll kind of meet in the middle. Now, if it's for pure, like if you're injured and it's weaker because of that, or it's a smaller muscle, like a shoulder or a bicep, those get injured a lot easier. So I would go down and then work to bring things back up. Plus, I'm not trying to get a big upper body. So if you are trying to get a big upper body, you're going to have to gauge. You're going to have to be really careful. I wouldn't even say gauge. You're going to be really careful with tempo, momentum, and form. Because you're going to be pushing a muscle that is smaller and generally more susceptible to injury farther than it probably should go. So like for Mark, let's say his left side was weaker than his right on the chest press. Chest is a somewhat bigger, so let's take not chest because that doesn't help really. Chest I would go up. And plus usually chest you're doing dumbbells, so you're not really compensating. So when you do free weight, a bar is going to still use both sides for the same weight load. So your right side can still compensate with your left side, which is going to take away some of the ability to bring that left side up with your right side or left side. So then you're going to need to use dumbbells so that you can do, you're not compensating. but keep the same weight for both. Don't go up on one and down on the other. I would bring your stronger side weight down to the strength that you're bringing your left side. Does that make sense? Your phone died. Mine almost did too. Now it's charging. I need my brain to charge. I had a baby in my bed all night long. So we did another live. Look at it, y'all. We did like an hour. I'm going to act like I'm talking into this, and it's really important. Yeah, we did another one. What should we talk about in the future? So you can even the reps. Yes, eventually you will. Yeah. Hi or bye, Beetle. Till the next one. I had a really cool sign off. You know how Nove has his sign off? I had a really cool sign off I was gonna do. It was like stay strong, stay awesome, and don't forget the mustard. I just thought that was kind of cool. But I'll have to see if that flows. Noves flows. But I think that's going to be it for today. I really am not happy with how this doesn't set up. It really bothers me that I don't have Streamlabs going. All right, I'll pencil you in. That's okay, Mo. We were just hanging out. Well, kind of. Love me some. Oh, hi, Red. Yay. Yeah, we'll do another one. I want to do one like every day because I feel like there's something every day we can talk about with fitness and stuff, and it'll just keep people kind of, accountable, really. But there's always something to talk about. Hit the like, please, before you go, so that more people can see our new little community, guys, because it'd be cool to help people. And I know a lot of people have been asking, but they don't know. Like, even one of my best friends was like, oh, I had no idea. And I was like, yeah, I've been posting it. So, but share it with people that you think might like it. That would be really cool. Thanks, Red. And then if you guys have any ideas, put it in the Discord, because that would be really cool. That'll give me some cool ideas. But I really just want to talk about what you guys want to know, because that's what this is for you guys, not for, I have my brain in here with what I know, is what I mean. Not like I have a brain and you don't have a brain. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying I have me in my head, but I can put me in your head if you let me. So share, like, subscribe. That way you know when I go live and when I don't go live and when I maybe go live and then when I go on live late, which I hate being late, so that really bugged me. But I think I'm just going to do this from the gym from now on until I can make sure that the internet here is fully sustainable. I should be like Nova and start screaming. Spectrum. But I am going to go fix my kids some dinner. I got them a splash pad for like $10, so they've been playing in that. Go fix them some food, me some food. I've got tilapia to cook, brown rice, and brownies to eat afterwards. Thanks, Mom. So that's the off season for you. But yeah, if you can, share this out, tell people, give me ideas of what you want to talk about, and I will talk about them. I am not going to be picky at all. I want to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So it is nice to be reminded. You know what? That's funny, because a lot of people, I won't like, subscribe, or share until they tell me to. And it's like, oh, yeah, oops, I forgot. Because you're enjoying the stream, I hope. So it is nice to be reminded, because I forget too. For other people, I'm always going back and doing it. So, but yeah, let's talk about whatever you want to talk about next. I'll say bye 100 times before I leave, just so I can fit in with everyone that does these, right? Yeah. Okay, guys. I guess I'll see you guys on Nove, right? I'm sure something's going to happen. I hope a car chase. That would be fun. Now think about it. How does fitness play into car chases? What if you get carjacked? What do? Guy doesn't have a gun, but he carjacked you. Do you fight him off while you're driving? Has anyone ever thought about that? There was I think I sent it to Wilson. There was a carjacking down the street from me too. I know it sounds like I live in the hood now. I promise you I don't live in the hood. Play dead. But I mean, what if you're in the car? Let's say you're the passenger and you go to a gas station. Driver gets out. Let's say Mr. Mustard gets out of the car. I've got kids in the back seat, so I can't ditch the car. I'm in the passenger seat. Some gangster gets into... What if they're not locked? Mr. Mustard just got out, didn't lock the car. I don't have the keys. And I'm on my phone talking to you guys. Play along. Guy opens up the door. I can't lock the door anymore. What do? Then he's fine. Lay on the horse. I can't. Do you want to reach over to guy's lap? I do have a true crime brain. I'm telling you. I grew up on Law and Order SVU. I have my head on a swivel. I think everybody is a murderer that I see in real life. What if you can't call the police? What if he tells you don't call the police? I'll kill you and your kids. I'll run this car off the road. What if you're already on the road? Tuck and roll. But your kids are in the car, Wilson. Oh, wow. Woo. I look like 80s hair now. Woo. Gina. Hey. Woo. Go for the eyes. That'd be hard. What do? So I would probably, if we were driving, I wouldn't want him to crash. Right? Because I've got the kids in the car, so I don't want him to crash. Yeah, fight like a mama bear. Kids, hold on. I mean, they're in car seats, right? So they're probably pretty secure. Elbow them. And let's say my gun's at home, so I don't have my gun. It's hard. It wasn't me. She has my eye, but it wasn't me. Kids are buckled. Yeah, I guess probably crashing. So you're going to have to fight this guy across while he's driving. What if he has a knife? What if he's not all talk and has a knife? Red under the passenger seat, though? What if you're the passenger? And Mr. Red didn't lock the door when he left to get something. What do? That's where I hope I'm strong enough to fight. You know, you get that mama bear, yes, strength and like adrenaline. But you're going to want to make sure you got more strength to back that up, right? No matter what. Get his DNA, yeah. Get his skin under your nails, huh? Yeah, what kind of knife, Red? You know what's illegal here now, I think, is the flip ones. The switchblades. I have one of those in the car. See, I don't carry mace anymore now that I have a gun. I used to, yeah. Although my midwife, she didn't want to carry a gun, so I had her get some. I had her get mace, the bear stuff, the bear mace, and then it has like a color thing to it, so they can shine a light on him. So like if he tries to wash it off, it'll be like, hey, that was you. Okay, so that was the one that I sent her, Wilson. Yeah, it's like it's almost like Knuckles, right? And you can hold it like this and then just spray. That way it's readily available. Because that's the other thing too, is in case you have it on you or you have it in your car. You got to be quick to get that, right? I hope I am that fast acting if something ever were to happen to me like that. Like, for real. Yeah. And that's the thing, Mo. I think the bottom line, like the foundational thing, is just being aware of your surroundings. I tell that to my kids all the time. Have your head on a swivel. Always know where the exits are. Always know. We were going out to eat, and the guy came in to the restaurant. He was all alone, had a backpack on, came up, was like looking for someone specific that worked there, was like fidgeting with his backpack, and I had my gun on me, so I told my kids we have a secret code word. It's called baby bottle dropper. Anytime I say baby bottle dropper, they know that whatever I say after that means you don't question it. There's danger. Follow what I say, no matter how weird it sounds. So that's what I did, baby bottle dropper. And I had my hand on my gun ready to go in case that guy just went crazy. Turns out he knew the owner. He wasn't weird, but you never know. Yeah. Red's got it. And Wilson, your FBI training comes always into play, I swear. Red, what's your job? Tell me. What is it? I want to know. I'm nosy. I'm a nosy person. It's true. It's funny to see the delay. It's distracting. But anyway. All right. So now that we've talked about, you really can't. Red? Tell me later. Okay. Just tell me later. Just kidding. Well, then whatever your job requires of you, maybe you know some special situations we can discuss that fitness will help. No, but I know when I posted this story, I kind of felt like I needed to explain myself because fitness isn't going to save you necessarily. It can. But it just was something that I felt like I really wanted to talk about. And I felt like if I tried to do it like I did on Gnome's platform, my opinion, it wasn't going to come across well. I feel like it came across better here. But yeah, I didn't feel like it came across well received there because maybe of the setting and what we were all talking about. But when that person talked about the lady's weight and how that's why she can't swim, like, I don't think anyone expects I didn't think anyone expected anybody to swim regardless of their weight because that is crazy fast and powerful. But I did feel like it was a good transition into what I was already feeling and thinking because I think about it all the time. Am I physically prepared to protect my kids if I have to protect my kids? So I was thinking if I was there at a campsite, how many kids can I grab? I mean, you can't grab. Yeah. Anyway, those poor parents. So let's go before I do a third one of tears. I tell you, when it's anything about kids, you can just make me waterworks. That's just, I just can't. Okay. So I'm going to go downstairs crying now. Josh is going to be like, what the heck just happened? Bye for the 100th millionth time. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time with me, because you have so many creators to watch. And I'm just doing this for whoever. So it's really cool that you guys chose to hang out with me, even though I was late. So till tomorrow, don't forget the mustard.